Well, like, what type of music your DJ?
Amapiano. Amapiano.
On a piano?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's not a DJ. You playing the piano?
No.
With Drake, I didn't understand the whole thing, his whole look when he showed me who it was and things like that.
Yeah, he's not like us, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, just understand.
Everybody going at my guy, I don't understand that hate, man.
Exactly what you're saying, yeah, bro.
What's his name?
I don't.
It's fine. You don't even remember those kids.
Some of your favorite artists been rapping like they did it and they never have. They never tried none of that shit till they got famous.
Whoa, so it's possible Jay never sold coke or something?
I mean, I don't know about that possibility. I ain't scared of nobody but God and the dentist, and everybody will tell you that.
That dentist?
Yeah. The dentist got me there. What we're doing right now, just put more money in their pocket. Both of them.
Woo! Okay, so we should take this out?
Never. Never.
Yo, Jimmy, you do not look like you want to be here, bro.
It's like someone forced you to be. It's like,
yeah.
You have to do that They're the biggest podcast in Africa. You have to be there.
I never look like I want to be nowhere, man. You got a part of me. But congratulations to y'all having the biggest podcast in Africa. That's very big. Africa being one of the biggest continents in the world. A lot of people over there.
Shout out, man. Why you so tired, bro? Crazy weekend?
I've been working all weekend. Shows, different states, traveling, planes, trains, automobiles. You know how it be. A little bit too much partying.
Yeah.
Roadkill.
It's tough. But what's up? How y'all feeling?
I'm good, bro. I literally saw I saw your video yesterday for your new single, the one you shot in Miami, Two Turn Temper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feel about it?
Bro, that shit is lit, man. It looks like our vibe, bro. Because we've been to Miami, myself and my partner.
Yeah.
But we never experienced the Miami nightlife. We were playing in Florida.
Yeah.
We were DJing in Florida. But to South Africans, like the diaspora.
Then West Palm Beach as well.
You DJ also?
Yeah.
Well, like, what type of music your DJ?
Amapiano. Amapiano.
On a piano?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's not a DJ. You playing the piano?
No.
What?
It's a genre. It's called
Everyone says
Amapiano.
that.
No, because Amapiano, even you heard it, you saw he did the whole keys thing. It has nothing to do with the piano now. That's where it started, but it has nothing to do with it these days.
When I met Charlemagne, he said the exact same thing. He's like, oh, so you're a podcaster? I'm like, yeah. And then you DJ as well? I'm like, no, I play Amapiano. He's like, you're a pianist? Man, you one talented motherfucker.
Yeah. Nah, it's a genre of music, man. Started in South Africa.
What kind of genre is that?
It's slowed down house music with a lot of South African influence. That's the only way I can describe it. So it's a mix of
a marriage
of house music, which originated here at Chicago and stuff. And then we slowed it down, created a subgenre called Kwaito, where guys were sort of rapping, but very minimalist raps called Kwaito. Then the kids were born like in the 2000s, late 90s, then created a whole mashup of those two genres. And it's called Amapiano.
A lot of Americans think it's Afrobeats.
It's not Afrobeats, yeah. Hence I avoided saying Afrobeats, because Afrobeats is from Nigeria, and Amapiano is far from Afrobeats. Afrobeat borrows from Amapiano now.
So where's Amapiano originated from?
South Africa. From the hoods, from the Kassis.
Yeah.
But when I was looking at your video, bro, the only thing in my mind was like, bro, what's a night like out with Jim Jones, bro? Because that shit looked lit. There were bitches everywhere. Bro. Please describe a night out in Miami with Jim Jones. So let's say we're going to Miami right now.
I mean, some nights are better than others, but been doing it so long, it's kind of like the bare minimum for us to do in Miami. It's just having fun, but it's still work at the same time. Like I'm not just going out partying for no reason. Nights like that was, we knew what we was kind of getting into. We wanted to film a video, so we knew we was going to ramp it up a bit, take it to the highest form of going crazy as we could. But that actually happened to fall on a big weekend. And one of my dudes was celebrating, so everything kind of happened for a reason. But yeah, Miami could take you for a few trips, man. Like
okay, so me and you, we get in the car, right? I'm like, yo, Jim Jones, I'm in Miami. I hit you up because you got a house there. You stay there, right?
Yeah, I got cribs there.
So I'm like, yo, Jim Jones, I'm by the Strip. You know that Miami Strip, right?
Yeah.
I mean, see, that's the thing about Miami. When you come to visit Miami, that's where people are known, man. Like the Strip and things like that. I guess down by Collins and Ocean Drive and all that. People that live there don't really do the Strip like that. Like you dig, people congregate usually at nighttime in all the spots that usually go on down there.
Okay, so we got security, obviously. You got to roll around with security, right?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be the safest thing for me to do.
So we get out the car with security. When we get to the bouncers, are they letting us in because it's Jim Jones? Or are they checking our IDs? Because they've been checking our IDs just to buy beer here, bro.
Check your ID everywhere?
Yeah, everywhere,
man.
bro.
Yeah, no, I don't think I produced my ID since I was a teenager at clubs. But yeah, you won't need your ID when you're with me.
So we're walking in, right?
Yeah, we gonna get in.
Oh, do we have a section?
They're gonna give us a section.
VIP?
Yeah, they're gonna give us a section. We're gonna get some bottles and let the night ensue. Got this thing called Power Hour. We go to the club maybe like 2:45 to 3:45, in and out. No sweat.
So what's the purpose of that exercise?
The Power Hour?
Yeah, like why would you be in the club for an hour?
Why would I be in the club for 4 hours?
It's fun.
I mean, I've been partying since I've been 14. I've been making money to party since I've been 18. I'm kind of burnt out. So at this point, I try to wait till the club is at the most popping or littest moment, which is usually that hour right there. And I get to enjoy everything that happened tonight and leave out of there and not be all burnt out.
Smart.
And what does your wife say, bro? Because you're married, man. You're surrounded by all these girls, like, you know.
I mean, I'm not worried about the women.
Yeah.
And it's minimal to the money. I worry about the money more than anything.
So your woman doesn't like give you grief when you come home?
I mean, yeah, you get grief all the time if you're in a relationship, no matter what you do. If you had a job on Wall Street, when you get home, you're going to get grief.
Bro.
There's no way around it. You heard?
Yeah.
There's women everywhere. Unless you work in the LGBT club, then, you know what I mean? Even there, you're still going to go home and get, it's like it's no way around it. You're going to get, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So you've never had, like, been home and you had to explain, like, yo, no, man, I was just doing a music video. It's just work. Like,
I mean,
I don't know that girl.
You're going to explain yourself in every relationship and things like that. I got a good woman at home who understands the job I have and things like that. So for the most part, I'm a very responsible, respectable person when I'm in the streets and when I do have to interact with females and things like that.
Yeah. Anyway, Hinda Varmeni, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another special edition of Podcast and Chill. So Pendukas, I am here. We're chilling with a motherfucking legend.
One and
of
only,
the kings
man.
of Harlem. Please make some noise for Jim Jones.
Jim Jones!
I gotta say, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I found out your name was Guillermo.
Guillermo.
I'm like, Jim Jones losing some G points here, man. What the fuck is that?
I'm Puerto Rican and Arubian.
Yeah.
Wow.
My pops is Puerto Rican. The word Guillermo means William in English. It's a Spanish name.
Because you know what I was thinking? I was thinking that guy who does the show late night, you know, the short guy who does like the interviews with this late night comedian, man. What are the late night shows?
Oh, man.
I'm
bad with these.
Oh, gosh. The late night guy, bro.
O'Brien? Something?
Not Conan O'Brien.
Not Conan O'Brien.
No, not Trevor Noah. The other American guy, man. Like...
Old, new.
No, he's like...
Generation.
He's
Jimmy Kimmel?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh,
yeah.
Jimmy
He's got
Kimmel.
that short guy. His name is Guillermo.
Oh, got me messed up. I don't even really watch TV like that, bro. So
Okay.
I be out chasing the money. I ain't even got time to do that. And if I do got some time, I'm trying to get a little bit of rest or I'm thinking about money. Shit is crucial out here right now. You better get to your dollar. A lot of shit about to happen. And if you ain't got no coins, boy, you're going to be fucked up.
You ever been to Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I've been to Puerto Rico plenty of times.
Yeah.
For business, not for the heritage part of it.
So, like, you don't know where, like, your parents were
I'm
at?
familiar of the place where my father's from, but I never really got to do the whole go to get with my family, understand the roots, understand, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't get to that part of it, but I've been to Puerto Rico plenty of times.
You didn't find like that's important, like to know where you come
Desire
from?
for it.
It's definitely important. I did an interview not too long ago about how important the roots are, and to get to know where my family from, you know what I mean? So we'll start to do that pretty soon.
So your dad, you know your dad, right?
Yeah, he's passed away.
Oh, okay.
God bless his soul.
Rest in peace.
What happened to him?
He passed away.
Yeah? Like, was it medical thing or?
Yeah, natural causes.
Oh, damn. Like when you're young or?
Maybe when I was 23, 24.
Oh, damn, bro. Sorry to hear that, man.
Or maybe 26, right before my son passed. Right before God bless, right before my son was born.
Bro, but you like 47 right now. You look good for 47-year-old, man. No homo, you know what I mean?
Thank you very much.
Like, what's keeping you looking so good? Is it the yoga?
Yeah, a lot of yoga, a lot of Pilates. I stay in shape. I'm very big on fitness. Work out like 5-6 times a week. It's one of the best ways to stay young and have better chances of living a long life.
Is that why you do it, or maybe there's other purpose? Like, you know, a lot of people are in gym for their mental health.
I mean,
it's
very therapeutic. I will say that, but my main goal is to look good, of course, but to give me better chances of living forever.
Bro, so how you got into rap, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you used to skip church and go to the train station to rap. Like,
No. I never skipped church to go in the train station to rap. I skipped church to go to the train station to go play video games and run the streets and do everything a bad little kid did from the streets of Harlem when we was like 7, 8, and 9 and things like that. I don't know if you know about anything about the subway system in New York, but that's the pathway system that gets you to all 5 boroughs. And we definitely was on the subway, which maybe we shouldn't have been, but we was a little loose. For me, rapping didn't start later on in life. So actually, Cam and I got a deal and things like that, and that was the first time me, myself, really thought about actually rapping.
Because I'll be honest with you, like, Dipset, I don't really know much about Dipset.
Mm-hmm.
However, I know about you guys individually. Like, Cameron, Oh Boy is like one of my favorite songs.
Big record.
Jules Santana had Hey Ma. That was Cameron and Jules. Jules.
yeah.
Cam and Jules.
Yeah.
They both was on. He was both Oh Boy and Hey Ma.
Yeah, why didn't you jump on those tracks, man? Those tracks were massive.
They was already done. I was there for the making of both of them. Incredible tracks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then how did Dipset start? Like, how did you guys start the whole movement?
Organically, kids from Harlem growing up together. Talented kids, Cam and Mason, Bloodshed they already was doing music. Everybody graduated high school. I didn't get to go to college. They went to college. They got kicked out. They moved in with me. From that was a foundation for them to dive into their music.
You've been in the game for like 20, 30 odd years, right?
Been in the game since 1997.
How would you describe the different eras of like hip hop, right? Especially now, because obviously we all know about the Kendrick Lamar song, They're Not Like Us. But I didn't know how big it was until I landed in America. And it's like a movement.
And shooting the video.
Yeah, it's like huge. It's massive, bro.
Yeah, it's a big record. Kendrick did that. Shout out to Kendrick. Shout out to my boy Drake.
But what do you think about like the evolution of hip hop in all the different eras you've been a part of?
What do you mean? What do I think about it? It's a great thing to be a part of something that you can only dream of. Everybody doesn't get a chance to be in this game. I've been fortunate enough to be here for so many genres and eras and seen so many people come and go. I've watched the smallest artists to the biggest artists who you thought would be here forever and now gone. I got stories for days I could tell you about how I feel about it. I feel great. I feel blessed. You know what I mean? I feel lucky. This shit it's not promised. And for me to still be here is definitely a blessing.
So in the 90s, what was the vibe like, man? Like what
in the 90s, as far as what, in hip hop?
Yeah.
It was different. 90s was a great era. One of my favorite eras. That was the era we first came outside. Started to get our deal. A very aggressive era. no social media. Cell phones were just being born. Everything that you seen was something that you could grab onto. Artists had to go to the towns. We couldn't just get on your phone, and music you had to go get. You couldn't just have access to it. So it was a hunt. You had to touch the towns, kiss babies, do radio, everything. Like, it was just a different era.
But who was around, like, during that time when you...
Who was around?
Like, Tupac was... Did you, like, meet Tupac?
I didn't get to meet Tupac. Tupac passed away in, 95? Was that?
Yeah.
Right, and Big in 97. No, I got to see Tupac, though, a few times in Harlem. That was dope. But Tupac passed away before we got to get in the record game. But I've seen a lot of artists in my time from a young age to an older age. We were partying in clubs as teenagers before we even got a record deal and things like that. Like, we were in clubs since high school and shit like that. So,
any interactions with Big L? He was from Harlem, right?
Yeah, shouts to Big L. Big L was definitely from Harlem. 139th NFL, Big L. I was one of Cam's close friends. I actually put Cam on a dope record that started to give Cam and Bloodshed and Herb McGruff. Herb was already popping too, but guy gave him some notice when it came to rap.
So when you come out, like, who's popping at that time? Is it G Unit? Is it Mobb Deep?
Nah, it's way before G Unit.
Is it?
When we came out, I was like, Eminem just dropped.
Oh, yeah, fuck. This is Slim Shady, not Eminem, like Slim Shady.
I remember that. That was like Cam had dropped and Eminem had dropped. DMX had dropped. Nori had dropped. Big Pun had dropped.
Ludacris.
Luda had just started coming out. Nelly, Down Down Baby. Yeah, shouts to Cudi Love. Yeah, that type of era. Shouts to
Busta.
Shouts to Fat Joe. Shouts to Busta. They wasn't already in it. Nas was already in it. Jay started going crazy. That's when he just started taking over with the 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4. Yeah, very competitive, very edgy. A lot of the big dogs had real roots in the streets, especially in the streets of New York. So that put a real mystique on everything when it came to the music. All the events were top notch. It just was a different feel, man. It was a heavy dope boy era. This was before the drug dealers wanted to be rappers. This is when the rappers wanted to be drug dealers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that era was a very dope, high impact, adrenaline rushing. It was a great era.
Bro, I saw an interview you did. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be paraphrasing, but you mentioned a place called the Tunnel or something, where everybody would be, and you guys were fucking bitches in the bathrooms. Oh, please describe that, man. Because a place like that couldn't exist right now, bro. With all this woke shit.
I mean,
yeah, and the cancel
you never
culture.
know, but I would say it was probably the greatest club that hip hop has ever seen, and that was during the '90s era. It was the golden era. In New York, you hear stories about like Studio 54 in that era when everybody all the biggest of big used to go to Studio 54. Well, the Tunnel was what Studio 54 was to that era, to our era. And it mixed so many people and nationalities and genres. It just, everybody was like a big pile of gumbo, all for the sake of the culture. You had some of the flyest models to some of the biggest drug dealers, the biggest gangbangers. I mean, every form of illicit street life you could think of was in the spot, along with the biggest artists and rappers and actors and models that you could find and all the athletes. It was definitely like that.
And was this like per invite or just like anybody could rock up there?
Nah, you couldn't just rock up there. This was 90s. Entry was like $100. First of all, $100 for a club, that was the first time we ever heard of it. And that was a lot of money back then, especially. We probably started in 94 going there as a teenager, so $100 was stoops. A lot of money in New York at the time. Sneakers wasn't even costing $100. To get in the club, you definitely had to be connected to know somebody, or you had to wait on a long line that usually was a block long. They had like an express line. You could pay $100 to get on an express line. That'll get you to the door quicker, and then you pay your entry fee. Streets is blocked off. If you was a big dog, you was able to bring your cars down there. I was able to bring like 4 or 5 of them if I wanted to. Yeah, the club was it was different, man. You pull up to the door, security, they taking people's shoes off, they searching your jacket, twisting people inside out like they about to go into Rikers Island. I gave security high fives. I never took my shoes off, and not since high school. I remember when we used to go in there high school, we used to get our shoes taken off and things like that, make you feel like you're going to the central bookings and shit like that.
So what gave you that clout that allowed you to bring 4 cars in when nobody, or you had to be a big dog to bring 4 cars in when you could just give them a high five instead of removing your shoes? And you're young by then. Like, what gives you that clout?
Because I was a big dog since a small pup.
Jimmy!
But how, bro?
Jimmy.
Like, what, Jim? Yeah, man, what gave you those, credentials at such a young age to surpass all these people?
Because Dr. Dre was there.
Yeah, you're putting in 4 cars, not removing shoes.
I was a good law-abiding citizen. Everybody loved Jim Jones.
Jimmy. And so even the girls, like, you just rock up, that's it, let's go to the bathroom. That's it.
Yeah, there was a lot of that going on. They had the layout was different. First of all, the club was a block long, a whole city block.
Wow.
There was like 3 other, 4 other clubs within the club, or spots that looked like clubs. The main floor was humongously big. The DJ was like a lifeguard tower in the middle of the club. You go upstairs, they had a big VIP upstairs, and then go through a door that opened up to the bathroom. The bathroom was like a unisex club. Like, it had a big-ass bar in the middle of the bathroom, bunch of stalls lined up. That shit was like a hotel inside.
Lines, cocaine, everything.
Yeah, it was going down in there. A lot of sex was going down in there. A lot of drugs was going down in there. Yeah, the tunnel was definitely a landmark to New York City when it comes to the clubs. I definitely, I always think about that club. It did a lot for me in my life. It gave me a lot of imagination when it came to the culture and things I was seeing from a young age as to where I want to be and the direction I want to go in.
Yeah.
We was going there since high school. So when you're seeing people like Mike Tyson and all these people coming in, big jury on, and just having their way, as a kid, got to go to school the next morning, you in school thinking about that shit like, wow, man, this school shit, man, fuck this school shit, man. I need some money and I need to go to the tunnel. That's all I want to fucking do.
That's wild, man. Now, can you imagine, because we in SA, right? We're looking at all the videos that you guys are pulling out there. Like, we're looking at this lifestyle. And then you fast track to 2024, right? Mm-hmm. And the P. Diddy thing breaks out, right?
I mean, I'd rather not even get into that.
Yeah.
I'd rather the those. I don't. You know what I mean, like, it's not my business. You know what I mean, like, this. You heard. God bless.
It's too much, ne?
Yeah, and it's not me to have an opinion on certain things because I ain't perfect. I've been through my own shit in life, and I see a lot of people that have even this doing too much. Just know that I ain't perfect, so I choose not to talk on certain shit that, you know what I mean? A lot of other people been talking about. I let them keep doing the talking. I got other shit to work on. I'm trying to work on me being a better person.
Yeah, I respect that, man. Yeah. But were you ever part of any gang or like?
You sounded like the feds.
Never. Hey, we're on the feds in South Africa, man. Only PS, mama.
I'm just playing with you. Yeah, I've been affiliated with the Bloods in New York City. Entree. Yeah.
Bro, it's so crazy. Have you ever been to SA? Like, have you ever been to Africa? Or like...
I've been to Africa.
Where did you
go? Gabon. Libreville.
Damn, Gabon.
To perform there?
I went to perform there, but I got some great friends there. They actually ran the country at the time. This was before the big overtaking and stuff like that. But I had a ball out there. I got to go to an island called Pointe-Noire. that was a dope experience. They took me to the jungles. I got to see some of the indigenous people. It was like a real life awakening trip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I got to see how also the rich people live out there also. Like I got to see both sides of it,
yeah.
like that, you know what I mean? And it was a great experience out there for like a week. I haven't been back since, but yeah, it was dope.
You've never been to South Africa? You've never been to South Africa? Bro, so the reason why I asked that is because like, yo, bro, like American culture has infiltrated South Africa like you can't believe, like, you know, we got people worshiping you guys, you know, Jim Jones, rappers and everything.
Yeah.
You'd say we've got rappers who rap just like you. And you'd say they're like Bloods and Crips, but they've never left SA, you know, because that's how influential the culture is, right? But from you, when you see or hear that, like, what do you guys think? Like, do you think it's like some bullshit, like,
No, when you
or
live
like
in it-
don't follow the gang life? You know what I mean?
As far as that is concerned, there's two sides to that. It's what you do as a gang member that turns it to something that becomes a crime or whatever that is. But the brotherhood part of it is what the most of us joined up for when we coming up in the hood and need that brotherhood, lean on somebody, is that type of camaraderie that it pretty much stood for. And there's a lot of other great attributes that comes with affiliation or you becoming a part of a gang. It gets twisted up because we all come up in these urban communities and our back is against the wall. We don't have no opportunities. It's very dormant. We on top of each other, so naturally testosterone wins in a lot of these situations where these kids find themselves in bad situations. And for that, I would tell people to kind of stay away from this type of life. I don't want to impose my will. We all going to experience what we're going to experience, but I can't tell you the consequences to this type of lifestyle could be very dear. You heard?
Lethal.
A lot of people don't get to make it where I made it and escape that lifestyle that could have put me away or could have put me in the dirt. I mean, so I'm here as a living testament to tell you that these consequences are terrible. The odds on you making it out of that life in a positive manner are very slim. You know what I mean? But if you are in that life and you're taking it as a brotherhood, then try to uplift your brothers. Because I know there's a lot of people around you that are doing a lot of shit that's very crazy. You know what I mean? If you're a part of that and you got the positive mindset, then you try to uplift your brother and instill some positivity within them because it's very cold out here.
So I've always been curious, bro. Like, so when you start getting immersed, you know, or affiliated in the gang life, how does that affect the conversation at home with your parents, like your mom, your dad, and just the domestic, you know, dynamics?
I ain't even grow with my parents. I was a grown man since I was like 15. I made my own money since I was like 16. My grandmother left me in high school, man. I was raising my sisters by myself in the projects. I hustled for every dollar I ever got in my life. That's why music saved my life. I was so grateful to be able to be next to Cam and him getting a deal at such a very young age to be able to still be making money off that shit right now.
You were A&R for Warner Music Group, yeah?
I was the director of A&R for Warner Music Group years ago. Shouts to Kevin Lyles, shouts to Leo Cohen for giving me the opportunity. Great opportunity. I excelled at it extremely. Very young with a lot of power, but didn't understand what I had at hand. Didn't have too many people in my corner that were telling me the things that I should have been doing with that type of position, as opposed to some type of weird way be hating. You know what I mean? So that's what happened. But as you get older, you learn and you move on.
Who did you discover while you were in that position?
I would tell you a story. I know I've helped Trey Songz become the Trey Songz that you'll know today.
Yeah, he's always in SA, hey? Yeah. He's always in SA.
We know why.
Nah, but when he was a young kid at the time and they were actually going to cut him from the label. We had a big, it's like one of them events they be doing, not them talent shows, Well, it was something like that where all the artists had to come perform, and then they pretty much didn't know that they was on a chopping block at the time when I was an executive, and he was one of the artists that they were going to cut. I remember Kevin Lau specifically asked me, what we should do with him. I'm about to cut him. I don't know what to do with him. And when I heard him singing and his song perform, I was like, this is one artist you should keep. And did that. And now we all Trey songs on so many dope-ass records.
Is it true you could have signed Drake?
Yeah, I had a chance to sign. I had a chance to do business with Drake through Alan Grunblatt when I was doing business at Koch. It was a different era. I didn't understand what Drake. I didn't understand the whole thing, his whole look when he showed me who it was and things like that.
Yeah, he's not like us. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Everybody going at my guy. I don't understand the hate, man. The hate is so phenomenal. It's just how this game go, man. This game is so tricky, man. And these niggas is just like females in this game. We ain't gonna get into that, man. There's a lot of.
But wait. So with Drake, like, are you seeing him perform like Trey songs, or you just heard of the guy?
It's just a conversation. Alan called me about signing the kid. Let me hear some of his music. And I was like, the kid know how to rap, but I don't know what to do with him. His image is crazy. And
can't sell him.
A couple years later, heard him on a Weezy mixtape, going crazy. I was like, wow, this kid is about to go whammo inside of this business, and he sure did.
And you're not trying to call Weezy like, yo, man, I got to get that kid or something?
Nah, he was already signed to Young Money.
And J. Cole? Did you miss out on J. Cole as well?
I could have signed J. Cole.
Whoa, bro.
Jimmy.
J. Cole was in the studio with me every day, and at that point, J. Cole, he reminded me of a knockoff Drake, and not to say it like that, but that's who he sounded like. He came to my studio every day, rapping to these Drake beats, rapping like Drake, cadence like Drake. He could rap his ass off.
Yeah.
You heard?
Yeah.
But it was already a Drake out there. He had the Caesar. It was different.
Yeah.
Like, two light-skinned niggas might not keep win rapping the same, but you never know what you got in front of you, man. You dig? And those are lessons I've took with me to moving further when I see artists and I hate artists. I always give them more than just hearing. I gotta try to and capture the whole picture. I make sure I just don't, you know what I mean? So I don't miss nothing else, because I've missed a few people and I've helped a few people gain a lot of success in my time in this industry, whether it been by me having a meeting with them or me having an influence on them, or, you know what I mean? So, you know.
And there's never like any animosity, like J. Cole or Drake never came up to be like, yo, you could have signed me. Look at me now, bro.
I mean, nah, me and Drake is cool as shit. You heard? I see J. Cole. I don't think that's no some shit he might want to keep to himself. Not to be like that. Shout to Cole.
Yeah.
He not that type of artist. He's not you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You dig?
I look
as we can see.
I want to mention an artist who, like, I'm really fond of. Like, I think this guy's fucking amazing. Musically talented. Everything that he touched, like, turned to gold.
Who's that?
Kid Cudi, bro.
Kid Cudi?
Yeah. Did you help him with his career?
Yeah. I birthed Kid Cudi.
Wow.
Whoa.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
How so, bro?
Birthed him. Nobody would have known who Kid Cudi was at all if I didn't jump on this remix record. But it wasn't even a remix. He wasn't even a nobody. Like, I tell a story all the time. I had an intern that used to work for me. He said he got some dudes that do videos. They would like to do a video for me. Told them, come, let me see their work. They showed me their videos. The first video they showed me was of the Kid Cudi record. He's on the top of a roof, some simple video. The record sound more wavy than the opportunity for them to do a video. I'm like, well, if y'all give me the beat to this record, I'll remix this record, and then y'all can shoot the video to that record.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's what they did. And then the radio station ripped the record off of YouTube and started playing it at Hot 97, and Kid Cudi was born.
Bro, what do you think is special about Kid Cudi? Because from him, when I listened to music, right, it wasn't really...
No other Kid Cudi record besides the one that I was on.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
He's not in... They don't play his records where I be at all, not to be funny.
Wow,
They don't.
bro. And we listened to him like all the time, day and night. You know, remember day and night?
Only record I know.
Yeah.
It's the only record I know, unless it's like a pop record that everybody know, and I'm even not paying attention to it. But his records don't get played nowhere that I be at. Not like that, unless I go into a different forum, and that's the type of music they play in one of these funny clubs that play fist pump music and pop music.
yeah. Fist pump.
He's not into like you dig. Like they don't play his music in the clubs I be at. Maybe in Vegas and shit like that, but that's not
true though.
Like they not pumping this shit in Live. They're not pumping this shit in Atlanta. They're not pumping this shit down in Stafford Room or you know what I mean? Like they're not. I'm not saying nothing like that, but I don't hear it in the strip clubs.
Facts.
I don't hear it like you know what I mean. So. But he's a very successful person. And, you know what I mean?
Talented,
he's aligned
bro.
himself with some of the greats like Kanye to put him in a position to win and shit like that. And I think he's way more better as an actor than he is a musician. And that's just my opinion. He did. I seen him in the movie about the race car shit where he was flying the plane. Like he got a lot of charisma and shit like that on camera from what I could see and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Bro, I mean, for you as Jim Jones to see these kids, you're introduced to them by an intern, and then to hop onto that song, it's something selfless, you know, to just give these unknown kids an opportunity of sharing a song with you. Where do you think that selflessness comes from?
I was that unknown kid.
Yeah.
I'm still an unknown kid. Anytime I get an opportunity, that's an opportunity I should be able to give to somebody else.
Bro, the fact that you could even come to our podcast, shout out, man.
Yeah, man, you don't even know us.
Exactly
bro.
what you're saying, yeah, bro.
What's his name?
I don't.
It's fine. You don't even remember those kids who did the video for him anyway, you know?
I remember like that.
Yeah.
The kids that got the biggest African podcast. I'm definitely going to know what's on. Like, them is my guys right there. It's family right there.
No, we appreciate it,
I
man.
really mean that. But
Yeah.
I really
bro.
mean that sincerely and shit like that. You know what I mean? I bump into too many people in my life and been across too many people in my journey to actually remember everybody's name. But the face and the cause and, you know what I mean?
Bro, I want to understand, right? The first time you came up with the concept for Love and Hip Hop, where were you? What was happening?
That was something like me and Chrissy, she had the opportunity to do her own reality show and actually fell through. And that she wanted to do that. I could see she was eager about doing that. And when it fell through, it kind of, you know what I mean, fucks with her mood and shit like that.
So the initial concept, what was it? Was just Chrissy just showing like what's life?
The initial concept was about, she had her own thing going on about a group of women that was supposed to do a reality show. Had nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
That shit fell through. She lost that opportunity. They end up not going. People have been begging me to do reality TV for the past couple years at the time, and
you reality TV gold, man.
I refused to do it.
Yeah.
And then when that happened, I was like, all right, I'll do this for you, and we'll make it about you and females that are involved with artists such as myself, and show what the relationship side is when you're dealing with a high-profile artist, and you know what I mean? So that's how that started.
Bro, and that thing became a monster, bro.
Super monster.
Like, it's still big till this day, bro.
100%.
So do you have, like, ownership in that?
We relinquished all that, you know, at that time when maybe the second season, we just in a position where we refused to compromise our dignity for anyone or any dollar. And sometimes it'd be like that, you know what I mean? But ain't no stress off my back. Tip my hat to him. You know?
No, bro, but we gotta talk about that, because you see, like, this podcast, it's black owned, right? It's just me and a couple of other people that are involved in the podcast, right? And we're always striving for ownership. So a lot of brands and investors have come to try to buy the podcast, and we say no, because, like, we believe in ownership and telling the story the way we want to tell it, right? So what went wrong in that? Because as a hustler, I believe, like, that's your also end goal.
It wasn't something that it was just a lot of different layers and shit like that, and I was too worried about doing other things. And we had the opportunity to gain all ownership, 50% of the whole TV show and all that, but it still wasn't worth.
Jeez, bro, that's insane. And you just let go like that.
Yeah.
Bro, it's your brainchild, bro. There is no love and hip-hop without you, bro.
I still got a brain. You heard?
Yeah.
Those are for people that don't have a brain, that lack creativity. People that steal things from you lack what you don't have.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Whether it's money, whether it's creativity, whatever it is, they lack what you don't have. Ultimately, they steal from you. You heard?
I mean, we didn't even know Cudi beef if it wasn't for Love and Hip Hop, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Bro, you give birth to so many people, man, like via their careers.
That's the God in me. That's why I'm always going to be good.
Yeah. Jeez, man. So any other shows that you're working on, like in the pipeline that you want to do?
I was telling you, I'm working on a late night show, a late night variety show with a live and studio audience. Hopefully we'll be filming in about 40 to 60 days. Beautiful concept. I do believe people are going to enjoy the show. Like I was saying, I can't do a podcast. It's too personal for me and shit like that. And me watching these podcasts, dealing with these artists, me myself don't have the temperament for it. You know what I mean? I tip my hat to y'all to have to deal with artists such as myself, because you never know what type of mood they're going to come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of these artists have an air to them where they feel like they better than most, and they would never sit and have tea with the maintenance guy. You heard? Me, myself, you going to maintenance guy, going to smoke blunts before I get on stage. You heard? So there's a big difference in how I live my life.
And currently, before we let you go, man, what do you think about the state of hip hop? Because like statistically, numbers wise, it's not looking good, man.
Afro beats is played all over New York now.
There's now the pianos.
This is what they want you to do. This is how they get us to go against each other. It's all under the same culture umbrella. It's Afro music, whether it's Amapiano.
Explain that. What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, Afro
whether
beats.
it's R&B.
What do you mean by that?
Ultimately, it's all from under the same origin and creativity of the same person that from the same color is all our thing.
Nah, but let's be honest, Jimmy, hip hop hasn't evolved, bro. When I was listening to Eminem,
what do you mean? What do you mean hip hop hasn't evolved?
You guys are still rapping about the same stuff.
You're missing the point of what hip hop is.
Yeah,
hip hop has evolved to a point that you can be the music genres that you're talking about can be noticed. You think that if there was a hip hop that Amapiano would be noticed or Afro beats would be noticed? Think about that. And not to take nothing away from y'all, because you always have culture. And yes, that music might be big within the continent of Africa.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But to cross over to American fame and commercialism, you don't think that the hip hop culture played a big part in that?
That's a different argument.
Now you want to have a different argument. I'm telling you the semantics of where we going with this. You dig? Like you talking about the rap hip hop music is down percentage. That's how they want us to think. When it's really not, because we all uplifting each other. You heard? You think that the country music that's going on and the black people winning is not because of the hip hop culture?
No. I think no one is disputing that.
Okay,
However,
so then when you say hip hop numbers are down, and down for who?
No, I'm talking about.
I know what you talk about, but down for who? Tell me who it's down for, because I'm still making the money I make.
Yeah.
I do believe there's still a lot of artists that's making a shitload of money that they make. I don't think it went down for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I understand what you're talking about. They say the numbers and then the rock and roll genre might be up. Like, I don't really, you heard? Like, I'm into this business, you heard? And it's always up for us. You heard? Because this is a business we make money out of nothing. There's never a downside to this.
Okay, and that's why I'm saying I think we're having two different conversations here. Because the conversation I'm having, right, is that in as much as he's saying, yeah, the numbers are down because they're orchestrating whatever, I get that, right? But also, that's why I asked, do you think hip-hop has evolved? Because I grew up on hip-hop, right? And the same things, quote unquote, you guys were rapping about in the 90s.
How can hip-hop evolve? And the same thing that Africa been going on since the 90s. Aren't y'all still going through the same thing?
We are.
Huh?
We are.
So how could the music evolve when the music reflects the time?
Okay, get you.
Telling real stories.
What you want us to rap about? Shit that we don't have? We talk about shit we dream about all the time. That's the good life, the color-ins, the roads we talk about. But the truth is,
then it's
how
a lie.
is the music going to change when our position hasn't changed? When we still going through the same shit we've been going through.
Okay.
And y'all being from Africa should know that more than we know that.
Yeah. Now, that's facts. That's
Your own code to find that.
Your
own code.
Own code.
Yeah. You know, you wow, bro. That's a valid fact. But how do you feel, man? Like, you've come from an era where you guys, when what you said in your raps,
And let's
you
just be
lived.
like, evolved as far as diction, as far as what we rap about, because
Yeah.
we're still stuck in the same place.
Yeah.
But as a business, it has evolved to one
Big
of the
time.
Yeah.
biggest
Big time.
money-making machines you can attach yourself to.
Yeah.
It's made some of the richest individuals, whether you're the rapper, the lawyer, the executive,
That's
like,
true. The
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
supply chain.
But then I think that's why, when you get the likes of a Kanye West coming out, like Kendrick Lamar, they stand out like a sore thumb because like they are rapping about.
But that's what music is about, to stand out. For those who don't want to look like everybody, they don't get nowhere. Why you think Dipset was so successful?
Yeah.
Because we stood out on purpose. We don't want to look like or hit or sound like no one else. We want you to, above all, see us when we walk in the building and hear us when we get on that motherfucking mic. You heard?
Why were you guys the Diplomats? I never, where did that come from? The Diplomats, the name.
The Diplomats?
Yeah.
We diplomats.
Okay. It just sounded cool.
No, we diplomats. We are Harlem diplomats, and we take it as that. You heard? We go to the embassy when we land in countries. You heard?
All right, okay. I sort of get that.
Bro, so in the business, and how you still making money right now, like from music? Just like, how, is it royalties?
Damn, you asking a lot of questions, bro.
No, I want to know, bro. I've got so many questions I want to ask you, bro.
I'll tell you this. Music is supposed to be used so you can make as much ancillary dollars as you can, because the music ain't promised. Everybody 15 minutes of fame ranges from a small 15 minutes of fame to a run like we having. Within that minute to 15 minutes of fame, you better do a lot of other things to secure your bag, because music is not going to be a thing you be able to get paid off forever unless you're the Drakes and the Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, yeah.
And that's not even 1%. That's, you know what I mean? So you think about that. So you better have some hustle. You better learn you better have some business sense. You better put your credit in order. You better do a few things to secure you if you are artists.
Fuck.
Leverage.
Powerful. Penduga?
Yeah, man. How do you feel, man, when these kids these days rap about, trying to act tough and rap about stuff they never done? Like, you guys rapped about stuff you lived.
I mean, I do believe a lot of these kids are going through a lot of shit that we went through. And then a lot of the kids are talking about shit that they see. But most of the kids are all growing up in the same community that all of that shit is going on. So who tells them they don't have the right to talk about shit that they're not doing when that's still shit that they're seeing?
Ooh.
Sure.
That's powerful. But I have a problem when they rapping like they did it, but they just rapping from somebody else's vantage point.
I understand that, but most of these artists that you've seen in the game, some of your favorite artists been rapping like they did it and they never have. They never tried none of that shit till they got famous.
Whoa, so it's possible Jay never sold coke or something?
I mean, I don't know about that possibility. I'm pretty firm in his music that I'm a believer that he did some of that shit he was talking about. That's just me. I don't know. Possibilities are possibilities.
Yeah.
But some things just seem correct. You know what I mean? I can't tell you for sure because it is music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But some things seem correct.
Shit, man. Bro, you gotta come out to SA, man. You gotta. We haven't had a proper hip-hop concert in SA in like since 50, ne? Since 50.
Come on. Back to the City does concerts, man.
Those are for old people.
They bring EMPD.
Who's
they
the biggest
bring
artist in South Africa right now?
Eric Sermon.
Hip-hop. There's a guy called Nasty C. Yeah.
But Nasty C came
Are you
here.
familiar
He doesn't even know him.
with Fally Pupa?
Who's that?
Nah, Fally Pupa, it's Nigerian, West African artist.
He's massive.
He used to pop, not now.
For real,
Still
like
massive.
bigger than like Burna Boy and Davido.
It's different type of music.
Oh.
Yeah.
His stadiums is 50, 60,000 people. Like,
What? What's his name?
He's got a following this
What's his
side.
name?
Fally Pupa.
Fally Pupa.
Fally Pupa, I don't know him, bro. He's from Nigeria.
Yeah, Nigerian artist.
They pretty big.
Yeah.
Humongous.
Bro, how big was 50 Cent, bro? Like during his reign, man.
Like, how big was 50 Cent?
Yeah.
It was retardedly big. It wasn't nothing bigger than him. It was Drake before Drake was Draking. He did it. Like, it was like 50 was on a run that he never even touched a club, bro. Like, niggas never seen him in a club. He only did arenas. I never knew too many artists that just did that. You dig? Like, the nigga was super massive. Every fucking record he came out with was going platinum. And I'm just telling you the facts. You heard? And I always got to speak factual. No matter how I feel about a person, the nigga was on top, super on top. It was no way to knock him off his game.
I remember Jay-Z dropped a diss track on you. Did you guys resolve that beef? I think you were not happy with him as the president of Def Jam.
Oh, man. We never really had a beef. We had some feuds back and forth through the situations that were going on over other people. And me being who I am, I had to hold my ground. But to know that he actually talked about me in multiple of his records mean that I was pretty big in his eyes. You did?
True.
Because I didn't hear him talk about too many people in his career. And if he did talk, he would talk about you on the record. That meant something. You know what I mean? And I was done. So for me, I took that like what it was. Like, you dig? Like,
yeah, Jay-Z doesn't respond to
everybody.
everybody.
Nigga took the time out to say my name. You heard? If I'm not that big of a deal to you, you would never ever
Bro, am I right to
talk
say
about a person. You heard?
True. It's a form of respect and acknowledgement.
100%.
Yeah.
Am I right in saying a lot of niggas are scared of Jay-Z, bro? Because we interviewed Damon Dash.
I don't know. I'm not a lot of niggas. You heard? I'm a man, so I couldn't tell you that. You heard?
Yeah.
I ain't scared of nobody but God and the dentist, and everybody will tell you that.
That dentist?
Yeah. The dentist got me there. You heard? You could walk in there. You could walk. We about to fight right now. A dentist walk in. You got it. Like, you got it. Like, you got it. I'm gonna bow down. You got it. I don't want no smoke. Let me get out of here, matter of fact. Word.
Jimmy, before you go, man, what beefs did you have? So you had some beef with Jay-Z, right?
No, man. I just told you we had some feuds stemming
That's
from...
beef, bro.
Stemming from other things that were going on. I probably, like, it was all part of us coming up in the game and things were happening. We were signing to Rockefeller. Cam was signing to Rockefeller, actually. Then we got an opportunity to Diplomat Records. The split between Jay and Dame came. Artists took sides. Some took the Jay side. Some took the Dame side.
Which side were you on?
We was on the Dame side,
Dame
obviously.
Dash, Dame Dash.
That's
Do you think Dame Dash is misunderstood, bro?
Huh?
Do you think Dame Dash is misunderstood?
Too smart for his own good.
I get that. Yeah.
If you had the opportunity again,
sometimes being the smartest person in the room could be held against you.
To your own detriment.
Especially when you want everybody to know that you're the smartest person in the room.
Yeah. And I get
given a second chance, would you still side with Dame?
Never.
You wouldn't?
Never.
Whoa.
I never signed to Dame at all.
No. Like sided with him, took his side.
Oh, given a second chance,
happened.
I wouldn't have sided with none of them. We would have minded our motherfucking business, but you learned that with age.
Yeah,
we had no business butting into that because it wasn't a street beef and this wasn't some shit that had to do with us. Ultimately, we were holding our nigga down and shit like that. But business-wise, if we knew what we knew now, we would let them get into that themselves. Y'all can handle that because we got records to put out and music to make, and we got our own record label to run. You dig? And this might hinder what we got going on by us taking sides. And that's why I tell people now, even when people seeing all the Diplomat shit, like, yo, bro, don't get in to taking sides with me and my bro because you never know how that might end up. And if it end up to a point where we do figure out our situation, then I'm looking at you funny. Now me and you got smoked.
Taking sides
forever.
Yeah.
You heard? You dig? And there are plenty of people that did that, and there are plenty of people that didn't. And there are plenty of people that showed the same amount of love that they showed to me, that they showed to Cam when we were going through imaginary situations and shit like that. Because it's all imaginary when you know you can figure it out.
Ooh.
Now, there was one game that was about, dude. It's a saying that, like, don't just be in people's business, especially when they have beef and take sides.
And I had to learn that a lot.
You'll be out in the cold.
It took me a long time to learn that because of how we come up in the codes that they supposedly teach us in the street and shit like that. But sometimes that's not the smartest thing that we can do.
And then Pusha T, did you have beef with him?
Nah, that was some shit that we was on record. He did some shit, I did some shit. You dig? That was it.
I never followed that. I didn't even know. Did you know there's a Pusha T?
Well, I mean, I ain't got no.
I don't know.
I know you're from Africa and shit like that, but people don't play with me.
Yeah, for real.
And I don't play with people. This ain't a playground. You heard? This is the street. It's two ways. Don't get caught up in the yellow line. It's gonna be hard to cross, bro.
Yeah.
You heard?
No, don't trust me. I'm from Africa, but I saw what happened at the airport. So
that shit escalated fast.
That was self-defense, man.
Yo, bro, you look like that guy
bless
was
some
just
people at
messing
the
with you,
airport,
bro.
Man. I wish that could have never happened because I was trying to avoid that by all costs, but shit happens sometime, man. You dig? And I'm definitely not gonna allow anybody to do anything to me at all.
Bro, when I saw that video, right? Like, I don't know, I just met you today, right? But I saw when you lifted that guy from the escalator, threw him down, you literally just went on survival mode, bro. Like, it's like there was a button that you switched on and you're just like, I don't fucking care. But, yeah?
Yeah, no, I mean, nah, that's a button that I choose not to push. You heard?
Yeah, exactly.
You did.
Like, you can go there quickly.
I choose to show restraint for a lot of reasons in my life, and sometimes it's hard to, you dig? But where I'm at in life right now, I choose positivity over all the other things that come at my way because I know how it is to be negative. I was once that negative person that was very aggressive and ready to do something to you over the minimalistic of things and shit like that. So I'm blessed to be here to try to be able to show restraint. And
so the guy at the airport, you guys on the same plane?
Yeah, we on the same plane.
So you don't have a private jet?
No, I don't have a private jet. I'm not a rich man.
Come on, Jimmy. You made so much money over the years. But anyway, so you're in the plane. What's this guy saying to you? Like,
I don't know, man. Just shit happens. I know. It started from the plane. Just know that. And what you see happen on.
So it starts on the plane. You restrain yourself. You're like, all right, cool, my dog. Say whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
When he gets to the airport, the escalator, that's when I think he starts hitting you or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. He tried to do something like that. That's what we see, man. But like I said, this is not something that I want to glorify. It's not.
Do you think he knows who you are?
If he didn't, he know now. Nah, I'm sorry. See, sorry.
Because some people just provoke you because they know who you are.
I believe he was trolling a little bit and things like that, which is cool. You know what I mean, if you in New York, 9 times out of 10, you do know who I am. So I believe it was a bit of that. But God bless, man. Hopefully that they're all right. Hopefully the old man, cool. You dig? Like,
are you spiritual? Because you mentioned God a lot, man.
Yeah, I'm very spiritual, very spiritual, very spiritual. My whole family's spiritual.
What does that mean in an American sense? Because us as Africans,
for me, it means a lot of different things. I was told what the church was as a young age, as they drag you to church every Sunday, your grandmother, your moms, and your family, and things like that, and you really don't understand what that is from that young. But as you get older and you go through certain things and you make it through certain things, you understand that there is a God, and everybody has a relationship with their God different. And sometimes going to church doesn't mean that you love your God any less or he loves you any less. You dig? And you say spiritual. I'm very spiritual. I say my prayers as much as I can, sometimes 2, 3, 4 times in a day. You dig?
Man,
Doesn't take away from what I do and who I am because I'm still in the line of everything else that everybody's in. But I know every day that I'm able to wake up and every day that I'm able to make $1 and every day I'm able to keep living the life that I am, I should be thankful. You heard? Because that's not just me. That's a higher vibration. That's definitely a God. You dig? And I'm well aware that I've escaped many things in life that Lord knows I should not be here. But then again, I should be here because he put me here for a reason. He gives his toughest battles to his strongest people. That's what the Bible say. You heard? And I've made it through some very tough battles, which are minimal to some of the people that I had next to me in their battles. You know what I mean? So it's like, we all got to figure it out.
Jim Jones, thank you so much, man. And thanks to God for bringing you here, man.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you.
Thanks for making time for us, bro.
Thank you, man. We appreciate you.
You were tired when you got here. I appreciate the fact that you could even make it, man.
Got any last question?
Yeah, man. Bro, you said you've gone through some tough battles and you mentioned how you lost your dad at like 26, but also that you pretty much raised yourself from the age of 15. From that relationship or lack of it, like, has it affected how you father your children?
100%. It's made me the best father I could be. My relationship with my father was always a great one, even though he wasn't there, because every day he wasn't there, I loved him even more. I wasn't one of them kids that was bitter. You dig? I understand that everybody went through something, and at that age where we was going through, there was a lot of drug addiction, and I knew that from a very young age. I understood what drugs was and how they were tearing up my family, and I never held that against my father. And I was just blessed to be able to get back with him before he passed away, so he could see that his son was making something out of himself. At that time, I was already signed to we think we just got the Rockefeller deal, so it was a very big deal for me to be able to get back with my father to show him that he's somebody that you should be proud of. And I know him looking down right now, I got to be like, damn, I did that. So, And that's how I feel. But then in turn, carrying my son out, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I just, you know what I mean? I pride myself on making sure that I turn my son into somebody that was way better than I could ever be. You know?
Wow, man.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Shout out to you, man. Is your son still wearing Crocs?
Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, he's a Croc guy. You heard?
Yeah, Crocs for life, bro. Crocs for life.
Yeah.
He jumping out the Beamer with a fresh pair of Crocs on. I don't understand him.
Jimmy, before you go, your top 5 rappers all time.
My top 5 rappers of all.
You gotta give us your top 5, bro.
Yeah.
Tupac,
Definitely.
Jay-Z, Drake.
Drake.
He's not like us.
Dipset by default.
Of course.
Rakim.
No Eminem.
No.
Whoa.
Not even Biggie from NY, fam.
And not to take nothing away from him, he's extremely nice. He's retardedly nice when it comes to rap. But I listen to artists that kind of, you know what I mean, do something for the life that I live and kind of
Yeah.
what I've been through. And most of these artists that I'm talking about are people that, you know what I mean, like, or and niggas better stop hating on my boy Drake. And all of a sudden, all this Drake slander. I get it.
He ain't like us.
Let's not do that. Let's not forget the 15 years he been spanking niggas around this shit, all over this shit.
Bossing
Let's not
niggas,
forget about all the alley-oops he been giving most of these artists that are now seeming to be turning on him. You know what I mean? Let's not.
Some of them he gave him their best hits.
Let's not forget the big picture here and shit like
Yeah,
that.
but what is
It's
he?
the hip-hop culture, and this game is built on competition, so I
Yeah, but
understand.
what is he?
With it, you heard? You better put your best foot forward.
But what has Drake given back to the culture
Oh, here
that
we
you
go.
so love?
Here we go. What is he giving back to the culture? I seen him take a lot of people on tour and turn them even richer than they were already was. I seen him give a lot of people hits that they would have never had if he wouldn't have got on their record. I seen him do a lot of different things for the culture that wouldn't have happened and turn records that we would have never knew about into records that the culture loved and things like that. I mean, he's not from here. He's from Canada.
Not from the hood.
So I don't believe he owes America too much, but the mindset of giving back to where he's from, maybe we should ask about what has he done in Canada, giving back to his community as opposed to what he has given back to the culture of the United States when this is not where he's from. And I think that's the divide right there. Now, if we talk about what he's done in Canada, and if it's not up to par, then maybe we could talk about, oh, wait, you dig? But I think that's for the people of Canada. You dig? Like,
Yeah, because
But it's the people of America in the hood who made him.
of course, you heard, but that he didn't grow up in America. He didn't grow up here. You heard? So if you was an artist from Africa, like Burna Boy, right? Do you think Burna Boy has a responsibility to pour into
What has he done for Nigeria?
of United
York?
States?
nah, I'm taking it back home, bro.
Super duper big.
Yes.
But that's
big.
what people then will call a culture vulture. Because you come into a space, do what the people of that space do, benefit from them. And
You understand what we're doing? Like
Bro, it's not because he's not taking. Burna Boy is Nigerian. It's a Nigerian culture that is now popular in America. So Drake took an American culture and enriched himself. But what he's saying is that he doesn't owe anything to America because he's not from here.
right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
He's got no
it's
obligation.
a fair argument.
Yeah, it's got no
fair
obligation.
Fair argument.
Yeah, like if
Fair
he
argument.
lived, like that's how I see it. You
Yeah.
heard? Like
Yeah.
that's how I see it. Like,
Yeah.
you dig? But all these niggas we talking about are filthy, filthy, filthy rich off the opinions of men. You heard? What we're doing right now, just put more money in their pocket. Both of them.
Woo. Okay, so we should take this out?
Never. Never. But what I'm just trying to tell you is how this game is played.
Yeah.
You heard?
Yeah. Jeez, man.
The more we talk, the more they get paid. The loser still gets paid too if there is a loser. I don't think there's a loser when they all getting millions off of this shit. I don't think, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I understand end all be all and the whole circle of it, but I've been in this shit for so long. I'm just
You
trying to
can
tell
already
people
see, man.
the
Yeah.
politics of really get you to understand of what's really going on and shit like that. This shit don't pay me $1 to talk about it.
Yeah. Hey man, how tight are you with Joe Budden? He calls us those African guys with numbers.
Oh yeah.
Joe,
Hey,
Buzz,
Joe,
this
man.
my guy. Buzz, what's up, man? He cool.
Yeah.
He's an instigator. Definitely know how to get under people's skin.
Yeah.
I've known Joe for so long and shit like that. I'm proud of him. He put himself in his position, a whole new lane to make a shitload of money where it stemmed from the culture. This is what I'm talking about, all the ancillary things that you need to get going on. If you were an artist of some type of success, you got to use that to get where you want. Look at Joe, used his stardom in rap, no matter what it was, to able to finesse a whole new lane of podcasting that he's pretty big in, damn near one of the forefathers of it from our culture, right? Y'all started before him or after him?
We started after him, but now we have more numbers than him.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
No, numbers do matter.
I mean,
Not every Joe can get these numbers,
cool,
man.
I'm cool with that, but it won't never be considered the forefather of this whole.
No.
You dig what I'm
100%.
going?
Yeah, it's Joe Rogan.
Numbers is cool.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that. You don't get paid. I know it's a race. You might be number one. You heard?
Yeah.
But you still never be the forefather. He's always going to have that under him, like, I've created this lane for you.
He's a trailblazer.
That's how I feel about loving hip hop.
Yeah, of course.
I got that under my belt. That's mine. Y'all can never say that was yours at all.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money you made off of it and shit like that. At the end of the day, it's mine. You heard?
Yeah.
Still mine.
Sure. So we always ask anybody, any guest that we get on the show, in closing, what do you want to be remembered as, man, when it's all said and done?
I want to be remembered. I want them to know that I gave more than I took, because I was able to take a lot in my time.
Ooh. Amen. Just like that.
Shucks.
Hey man, I wish you put me on Love and Hip Hop, bro.
They ain't got the African Love and Hip Hop. They got Jamaican Love and Hip Hop. They got every type of Love and Hip Hop. We need the South African Love and Hip Hop.
Thanks, Jim.
Man, shout out, Jim.
Man. Shout out, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, bro.
We appreciate it. Podcast and chill. We out of here, man. Boom.
Peace.
Welcome to Black Excellence. Do not fear, for if you do, just sip on some grandeur. And if you still do, ask ourselves, what would Mapapunzi do? Parama chila, itlesha lefiki. Ungoyigi, even if when they ask you, how sabiini, do not fear. For if you do, just say, Anistivi. This is the medicine of censorship. This is the pill. Which one is that one? Podcast and chill.